Morning, welcome to the work face. Where to today, by you ask? Let's flip that camera around. Yeah, I'm in painting. Oh, do you know, I've been getting all my gear ready, and then 5 minutes before I'm about to go, I twinged my bloody back and I can hardly breathe. But the board was like, all I had to do is get the board on the roof, and then thought, oh, let's just get down here because it's all around the back that bloody hurts, which is generally what happens with backs, isn't it? It's always a back, isn't it? Anyway, I thought I can either put all my gear away and just go in, or I can get out somewhere easy. So I'm down at painting. It's easy access here, isn't it? Let me show you. I've only got to walk down like a little dinky ramp. I'm going to take 2 steps from the old Steve Mobile. We're on the beach, so I'm going to get out there. I'm not even going to bother changing in the wet, so I'm just going in my gear, just going in my clothes. Can't be bothered. Blowing it back. I ain't going to fall in, am I? If I do, I'll get wet. So I'm just going to smack on over that way and see how we get on. So let's see, because this is a question that gets that I get asked probably more than any other. Hey Steve Dog, will paddleboarding sort out your backache, or you just pulled it a minute ago? Let's do this. Let's go right now. God, blimmin' heck. Glimpse of a train there, folks. Glimpse of a train. Let's zoom in. Let's see if we can see what it is. It looks like a beaut to me. Right, folks. I want you to say loud and proud what you think that might be. You got it. That's what we in the trade call a GWR. And you know, that's the first time I've seen one out in these parts. They get braver this time of year, leaving the nest, going a bit further afield. You know, tourists have gone, I'm not as frightened, so they come down a bit more now. Go GWRs. Just checking out home. So, what's it like out here, folks? It's beautiful, perfect. How's my back? It's alright, you know, it's not too bad. I think it's loosening up a little bit, you know. I can stand boat upright and, like, almost boat upright, you know, and just use my arms, and that's kind of easy, to be honest. My back's not really feeling anything. I can do that, but I want to, you know, I like to use my midriff if I can. So I want to start moving a bit more, and maybe when we get by the time I get over to Institute, maybe my back will be alright then. One thing that's really interesting, and I've mentioned it before, is behind me here there's the sea wall. So when you look at that sea wall there, I'm not going to turn around too much because my back's killing me. The waves, even a little tiny ripple, it rebounds. You get like a backwash, a reflection, a refraction, I don't know, off the wall, and so the waves go both ways for a moment. Then the beach comes and that disappears, and the beach disappears and it arrives again. It's really interesting. On we go. Just hope that guy on the jet ski don't come in here, because that's annoying, isn't it? I think so. It's peaceful at the minute. He's got a quiet jet ski. Some of the guys in the bay, they sound like their bloody jet skis made of a bloody chainsaw or something, don't they? Yeah, probably got out Trago, picked up a bit of emulsion while they're out their carpet, violin and a bow and arrow. Anyway, on we go towards Torquay. Here we are, folks, out from Holcombe Beach, otherwise known as Gasworks. This is effectively Livermead Head, I suppose you might call it. All these houses look perched up here. Let me zoom in, just show you what I mean. Zoom right up. Look at this, that. If you can see this. Right on the cliff top. That little thing there, that's where I came with my mate Nick that time, and he clambered up there to see if he could get in and look out. You want to look out from that little crisscrossy gubbins up there. That's what they call them, gubbins. But it's locked, wasn't it? The door's locked. Don't let any old week go in there, do they? Not just any old week. You need a key, is what we're basically saying. So I'm getting on towards. It's called Institute, isn't it? Around the corner, Livermead Institute Beach, they call it. Let's get on around to Institute Beach. It's an institution. Yes folks, Institute Beach. So that is the Livermead Cliff Hotel. Past blocked at the top there, so no one's down here today. Get dog walkers and that down here. Most of them pick up their poo, some don't. There's only dog walkers out there who come down and don't. Sort yourself out. Right, anyway, what's happening? Bye. Right, on the beach. Breakfast bar. This is a Nature Valley, just for you. This is this show is brought to you by Nature Valley. This is sweet and salty nut. Sometimes you don't want sweet and salty nuts, but today I definitely do. So we've got that. We've got my water to drink, which is what I always drink water. This is what I do. Let me tell you a little bit about the locality where we're to, but let me eat this first so you don't need me munching and crunching. So be back in about 3 minutes, but you don't have to go anywhere. Okay, let's tell you all about this wonderful place where we're sat. So I'm sat here, and big question is my back pain eased? Yes, it has. It's not perfect, but you know, it would have only got worse if I sat at home and watched some rubbish on the telly or something, or stayed in bed. So it's all good. Right, there's Richard Paris's house out there behind me. I don't know, it might be. No, listen, talkie. Right, so I was just sat here thinking while I was eating. That's the best time to think. I need to do something fresh and exciting to bring to you guys who've stuck with this for all these long and painful episodes, because I know I've let you down a few times. I've said I'm going from here to there and I didn't get there. I said I'm going to see dolphins, I didn't see any. I did one once which was a heron and seal special. I'll let you into a secret. I spotted some herons as I was walking down, so I sort of thought, well, I'm going to be halfway there. Let's drop seals in, because people normally don't watch paddleboarding videos to see herons. So there's some limpet shows around here. It's not really what you're after, is it? Maybe we'll do a limpet special another time. But anyway, what I'm going to do is tell you about this, and let's see if we can go in split screen mode. Yeah, let's do that right now. Despite cursing at this phone, thinking, how on earth am I going to film in split screen? Done it. Right. Out there, as you're looking. Oh, got to see it. Lean forward a bit, Steve. Whew, just twins my back then. There's some rocks in the water there. Don't know if you can see them. Yeah? I'll tell you, let's switch split screen mode off and I'll show you a bit clearer. But we did it today, folks. We did split screen. Tune in for more split screens and comment below if you like split screen mode. Let's go to normal mode. I'm fed up with split screen. This doesn't really cut it, does it? There we are, back on normal mode. Nice big widescreen mode. Right, okay. In here, if I just zoom right in, loads of rocks, yeah? Loads of rocks. What on earth is all that about? And a lot of you will be saying, you know, we know about this, Steve Dog. We know there's a medieval harbour detailed here on maps and stuff. So this is when at the time they had medieval boats, and they sailed the medieval sea. Anyway, these guys would come in here and they'd rock into here and they'd leave their boats in here somewhere, and it just got, when medieval times went, they said we don't need a medieval harbour anymore, so they just let it go and it just sort of crumbled into the sea. It looks really good, seriously, it looks really good out there for snorkeling and stuff like that. There's loads of big boulders under the ground, and then you look down here and there's like, I don't know, is that part of it? It looks a bit newer, doesn't it? It's like got concrete in it or mortar or something, so that looks a bit newer. But maybe over the years, because I think this was owned at some stage by probably Lord Cockington or something, so it was owned by different people, and these guys yeah, they maintained it, but it fell into disrepair, so eventually it was all lost. So if you come out paddleboarding around here, just be careful and take a wide berth around there and then come in this area here where it's nice and deep. That's the way to do it, okay? On we go anyway. This is the view from out of Institute Beach, so Livermead Head, that's what I'm going to call it, and there's a little cave in there, which I've been through before. Don't go through there on low tide. I mean, it's lowest tide, it's a sort of neapy tides at the moment, so the tide doesn't drop too much. There's rocks and boulders under there, so if you go under there, I would recommend being on your knees. Once you don't hit your head, too, so if you do hit a rock and you do come off, you're less likely to fall over, if you know what I mean. I would also probably only go in there on an ice up, just in case you do hit a rock. You don't want to snag a hard board on a rock, do you? Let's be serious. So ice ups only, really careful, and wouldn't go in there if there's been rough weather either, because rock slides and stuff, you don't want to get caught up in that, do you? Anyway, fair way back to Paynton, but all is going well, back getting better and better. Just bumped into a couple of people I know, and on we go. Back on terra firma. I'll show you there the route I did today. So I went a fair way. Back is feeling better than when I set off, so there we go. The question has been answered, and paddleboarding can help you back, but it's still twinging a bit. But you know, it was all really, really nice out there. Let me just show you the views again of the bay. Here we go, it's perfect, isn't it? A couple of paddleboarders just going out right now. Absolutely perfect. If this is you, you're on the Steve Dog channel. If that's you now, setting off, heading off towards Brixham or France or who knows. It is actually something that we sometimes take for granted, but it is one of the best places to paddleboard. See you soon. Catch you guys on the paddleboarding, schmaddleboarding flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.